What's up, everybody? This is James Williams with Between the Lines Sports, and I've got another great video for you today. Today we're doing something a little different. Won't be a player breakdown or a game breakdown. Just gonna do some, water cooler talk a little bit. Some key points that's going around the association over the past few days. Hope you like it. It's just something different I want to try. See if you guys like it at all. Our first topic today is going to be the tweet heard around the world, or rather the tweet heard around the Suns office. Eric Bledsoe's "I don't want to be here" kind of shook waves throughout the league a little bit. Everybody was retweeting it. DeAndre Jordan told him to come home, come back to LA. And it's just interesting, because Eric's response was, "I was at the salon with my wife, and I really didn't want to be there." And if any of you guys has ever been to a salon with a woman, you really don't want to be there. I'm not saying he's telling the truth. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm simply saying the last time I was at a salon with the lady, it was my daughter. I was picking her up, and when I got there, she wasn't ready, and she wasn't close to being ready. And so then you're sitting and just sitting and just sitting, and then you don't want to leave, because if you leave, you have to come right back. So it's just one of those things that, like, I really don't want to be here. And furthermore, he asked for a trade during the preseason. So if he asked for a trade during the preseason, why does he then decide to go public with his trade request? If I want to trade and I want to be traded as quickly as possible, what I want to do is make sure that my team is going to get value for me. Because if they can't get value for me, then they're not going to trade me, then I'm stuck here. Why would the Suns GM decide to say that he's no longer going to be with us, and that I don't believe that he was at the salon, so I don't believe what he said, and because of that, he won't be here any longer, and we're going to explore options? Now you're going to get the crappiest trade offers in the world, because you know what? People know you got to get rid of him now. He's not even playing on your team, so now you're just paying him to sit at home while you try to muster up a trade. And then, what is it, 30% of the league can't even be traded right now because they were signed as free agents over the summer? They can't be traded until December. So you don't even have the full, spectrum of options to trade. If this had just stayed quiet, he tweets out, "I don't want to be here." Hey, Eric, what did you mean by that? "Oh, I was at the salon with my wife. I didn't want to be here." Okay, move on. We both know that he doesn't want to be here. It doesn't need to be public. It doesn't need to be this big spectacle. And because you've made it one, now you're going to get crap for him. I heard the Cavs were talking about trading Amon Shumpter and what's the shooter's name? The big shooter. What's his name? I forget his name now. If you remember, put it in the comments. But, you're not going to get anybody worthwhile. Next, we're going to move on to Dwayne Wade relegating himself to the bench. It's another selfless act on Dwayne Wade's part. I mean, he's done this before when LeBron came to the Heat. After they lost the finals against the Mavs the first year, Dwayne said, "We're gonna go as far as you take us, bro. So it has to be your team." So he stepped aside and allowed LeBron to take the reins and be the front runner of the team, which is a selfless act. And because of that, he won 2 more championships. So you gotta respect him for that. But also, I mean, he's averaging 5.5 points, a couple rebounds, and his player efficiency rating is under 2. So it wasn't surprising to see that going to the bench isn't a big shock. It was talked about by most parties that talk basketball, that he'd probably be better off coming off the bench, playing 20 minutes a game, being a spark, being that Vinnie Johnson kind of guy that comes and scores in bunches from time to time, leading the second unit. And we also know that LeBron needs to be surrounded by shooters in order for him to be really successful. If he's with Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, and LeBron, they're all kind of slasher kind of guys, and that kind of clogs up the lane a little bit. So you need space. You need spacing on the floor. Kyrie was a shooter. I mean, he could also create for himself, but he's a shooter. Kevin Love's a shooter. So you need those guys. That's why Tristan Thompson wasn't starting. That would have been just a logjam of guys in the paint. So that's what people don't understand. That's why Tristan Thompson didn't start. It wasn't because he wasn't a good enough player. You needed shooting. So Jay Crowder was a better shooter. Kevin Love's a better shooter, but you need one more at least for LeBron to really get off and be able to pick apart and control the pace of the game the way he wants to. So I'm not surprised. Kudos to Dwayne for making the decision. Apparently it was talked about before, but kudos for him for stepping up and just saying, let's just get it done now, get it out of the way, and then maybe he can get comfortable in that role. So when the playoffs roll around, he's comfortable and secure and being the man on that second unit. It works, I mean, Kevin McHale. If you look back, Kevin McHale was a Hall of Famer coming off the bench. And I heard him tell a story one time about Red Auerbach, telling him like, are you that stupid, McHale? Like you come off the bench, you're playing against their subpar guys. You're not a subpar guy, so what do? You dominate. My next topic, Bobby Portis and Nico Mirotic. I hope I'm saying his name right. So for me, they made Bobby Portis. I apologize. Bobby Portis issue a public apology, but Nico wasn't there. Who are you apologizing to, Bobby? Why did you make him do this? This whole situation was a complete cluster. You know what to me? Because it's just a PR. It's a mishandle of PR. This could have been handled like so much easier and smoothly. Here's how it goes to me. Apparently, first, Bobby and Nico have issues and don't like each other. This has been going on since they both have been in the league, apparently. They don't like each other. They don't get along. They're fighting for minutes at the same position. It's not working. They don't like each other, right? Bobby and Nico get into a fight in practice. Hopefully, it's a close practice because media typically isn't allowed in practice. So it's a close practice, first of all. There's a fight that ensues. Bobby punches him in the face and breaks his jaw, right? This is what happened if I'm running PR or if I'm a head coach or a GM or anybody in the position to dictate how this story gets out. Nico Mirotic broke his jaw in practice today. He's going to be out. He's going to be assessed. He's going to have surgery. He's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. 3 days later, Bobby Portis has been suspended for conduct detrimental to the team. What do you do, coach? I'm not going to get into that. What do you do, Mr. Paxson? We're not going to get into that. Conduct detrimental to the team. People can assume anything they want. You have to control and dictate the narrative to the public because it's yours. Now people know that you got two guys that don't like each other and they're in a fist fight in practice. I don't want to play with you no more. If Nico comes back, why does he ever want to play with Bobby Portis again? I don't want to. Trade me or trade him. Something's got to change. I'm not playing with him anymore because we're on the same team. Brothers fight. Right? Brothers fight. I have 3 brothers. We fought all the time. But these guys aren't real brothers. They're on the team. They're on teams. I can fight my brother one day and hug up the next day and go to bat for him in any other situation. That's not how this works. These guys are competing with each other for position, for minutes, for money, for shots, for stats. Because you know what? All those things equate to them doing better in life. They're competing with each other. Now it's been this altercation, and it could have been simply avoided if the Bulls just handled their PR properly. Finally, last night in a 30-point blowout, the Golden State Warriors defeated the Dallas Mavs. In other news, Jordan Bell, with 2 minutes left in the game, got a tip out from JaVale McGee, caught it, didn't take a dribble, tossed it off the glass, caught it, bang out, and got fouled. People are saying it was disrespectful to the Mavs organization, that he was hot dogging, that he was, he was trying to show the team up. I just see it as a rookie excited about the opportunity to get a breakaway dunk and do something special. It's just one of those things. People say that you shouldn't try things like that because what if he misses? Yeah, what if he misses? But it's a 30-point blowout. Who cares? I'm of the mindset that if you don't want me to do it, then stop me. Your team should have been back on defense. If they were back on defense, he wouldn't have been able to get a throw off the glass tip dunk. It wouldn't have happened. So don't get mad. I don't know if anyone was mad. I heard Rick Carlisle was upset about it. This, that, and the third. Tell your team to get back on defense. It's called transition defense. Shot goes up, everybody gets back. Simple. Shot goes up, everybody gets back. Build a freaking wall. Who said that? Stan Van Gundy said that. Hit the paint, build from out. That's it. Just hit the paint. Everybody get to the paint. Run back. Don't allow him to get a throw off the glass dunk. Furthermore, the guy fouled him at the end, pushed him in the back. He could have hurt him. You don't push anybody while they're in the air. That's the problem. He got fouled. At that point, it's happening. You pushing him in the back, it only hurt him. You didn't grab him. I'd rather you grab him and catch him out of the air. I mean, he doesn't get a chance to dunk. You don't push somebody in the back when they're in the air. No one's talking about that, though. So, if you don't like Jordan Bell's throw out the glass dunk, get back on defense. Hey, guys, I appreciate you taking a look at this video. I hope you like it. Just something new I'm trying. If you like it, please comment down below. And you'll get more of this, okay? Every few days I'll try to get, if you guys like this, I'll get more of it out. You know, and hope you guys like the new attire. I'm just trying something different, you know. Also, I'm looking for somebody to help me build my website. I'm trying to, you know, go just from YouTube to, you know, have a full-fledged website with more content. I'm going to do some more scouting breakdowns. I'm going to dive into college a little bit more as well, you know, kind of do some, you know, rankings for, you know, pre-draft stuff. So if you guys know anyone who can build a website, let me know. I love to talk to you guys. I just want to try to get this thing going and kind of build a little bit more. So guys, thank you so much for your time, and be on the lookout for more videos from Between the Lines Sports. Thank you.